Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well, and today I'm coming back at you guys with some more new update content. We are going to be taking a look at Xbow Cycle with the Phoenix today. So, Phoenix is one of the two new cards they added to the game in this update. I actually don't think the update really has a name, it's just called like the new update or the biggest update of the year. I was kind of used to it because most other updates did have names, like, you know, the summer update or the minor update for the Mighty Miner and the mine season, but I guess this one is just going to be, assumingly, or is I think just the biggest update of the year. That's what they said. So, not really having a name, but we got new cards. We got the Phoenix and we got the Monk, and it's weird because I actually thought the Monk was called Meditative Monk for some reason. In my video yesterday, I posted I kept calling it Meditative Monk. I thought that was its name. I don't know where I got that idea, but apparently it's just Monk. So there we go. But on that note, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for all the unbelievable support on my last video. That video is doing so exceptionally well. It's actually crazy to think about. I really did try my best to, you know, be one of the first people to play Xbow with Monk, because I'm an Xbow player. I'm very passionate about the archetype, and I think I was the first person to upload an Xbow Monk video, as well as actually win a 12-win grand challenge with Xbow plus Monk with some absolutely ridiculous matchups and wins. Like the Elixir Golem win was just unbelievable. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. I really enjoyed that video though, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it so much as well. I think I was the first one with Xbow Monk to get a 12 win, but yeah, like I said, today we're going to be trying out the Phoenix because I asked you guys if you would be interested, and quite a few people did say you would want to see the Phoenix in Xbow as well. So I'm not sure which card to replace. I think I'll replace Archers with the Phoenix because it is not really a tank, and if I replace Knight with it, then I wouldn't have any tank, so I think this makes the most sense. I've also been experimenting a bit with other versions. I think, by the way, I am going to be trying Monk and Phoenix in the same deck as well, but I'll be trying this first just to kind of try the Phoenix by itself and give it an individual spotlight. I will say, first and foremost, you know, we've had a little bit of time to settle in after the update. I think both these cards are unbelievably broken, like, genuinely. Monk is so strong, I really think it's insane, and there's so many applications of his ability that aren't even projectile reflection. I'll talk more about that later. But Phoenix is just the worst, like, worst offender, just so broken, so overpowered, and I know a lot of people might hate on me for this, but I honestly think they both deserve an emergency nerf. I'm someone who's quite passionate about the balance of the game, and just generally I enjoy the game the most when I feel like the meta is in a balanced state, when a lot of different decks can do well, and right now I think Phoenix and Monk are just unbelievably overpowered, so that's why I feel that way. You guys can let me know what you think. I know some people are going to have a lot of fun with this update with broken cards, and I will say I'm having a lot of fun playing them too. Like, it's fun to abuse broken cards and just try new mechanics as well, whether they were broken or not, but they are just genuinely unfair in my opinion, so that's why I think they should get emergency nerfed. But yeah, I'm going to be trying a few games with Phoenix by itself, then I'll be subbing in the Monk for the Knight as well, so we're just going to give it a shot. I'm going to be playing on this Path of Legends new mode right now, so there were a bunch of things that came with the new update. I'll probably do some more Path of Legends ladder pushing for videos now, because that's going to be like the main competitive format in Clash Royale for ladder, in reaching the Hall of Fame Ultimate Champion. Ladder normally is just casual now, and it kind of sucks. At least they gave kind of a homage to our old achievements by giving this Legacy Best section on the profile, so I do have my achievements on both my accounts still remembered there, but it still kind of sucks, honestly, because I really like the old ladder system. But we'll see how this goes. This new system is kind of weird, but basically they have all these steps and you climb through different leagues, so there are no trophies in the competitive mode anymore. And gold steps are also a thing where they don't break even if you lose a battle. So if you have a non-golden step, just a normal stone step, if you win, you go up by one step, but if you lose, you go back down. But golden steps are kind of like a safety net, I guess, where you can't go lower than them. So it's kind of good, I guess, nice for progression. The entirety of the first league has only golden steps, so it's quite easy to progress. But I've played a little bit only. I have not really done that much, so I'm just going to be playing some ladder today. I did do the 12 win with Monkbow, and I still haven't even played the Phoenix launch party actually, but I did unlock it. I was trading my friend, so we just unlocked it and traded it around our accounts. Anyways, really long intro today, but I did just want to talk about, the video doing so unbelievably well, and also just talk a little bit about my thoughts on the update. But let's get into some matches now with the Phoenix in Xbow. So found our first match against Rob is in. I'll give him the good luck, and let's see. So Phoenix is a very interesting card. I really do think it's broken. Not sure how well it'll synergize with Xbow. He does go Mega Knight. I'm actually going to Xbow opposite lane. The safer play would be to Knight in the back, because I don't know what he has, but Phoenix is so good on defense, I think I should be fine. I'm totally going to sack the bats because I need all the elixir I can get to defend this Mega Knight right now, so I'll just be fine taking those. Going to Knight in the middle, log the gang. He does go for a hog, so I'm actually going to Phoenix and Skeletons on it. I could Tesla, but Phoenix is going to counter push, and notice how much damage the Phoenix is doing. I literally only took one hog hit. Phoenix is just so strong, and right here you'll see its real prowess on offense. It's probably going to take this tower unless my opponent has a response for it. Yeah, like that is just, it has such a fast attack speed, it does so much damage, it's like a Mega Minion on steroids pretty much, and when it dies it spawns this egg that will respawn into another Phoenix, which is an absolutely ridiculous concept. And okay, he does go for a Mega Knight in the middle. Maybe I shouldn't have used my, wow, he goes bats as well. Maybe I shouldn't have cycled my Knight, but it should still be alright. Because Knight does walk over, and as you can see, Phoenix, even though the tower was completely on the Mega Knight, Phoenix is only a melee attacker, right? It only attacks one troop at a time, but it has such a high attack speed, such a fast attack speed. I guess high would be wrong, because if it was high, it would take a long time. But it attacks so fast that it's just really strong. And right there, you'll see Phoenix does respawn, because if it's far enough from the towers, the arrows don't reach it in time, so it actually does respawn on your opponent's side, even when it's getting attacked. So I'm just going to log and then Tesla for the hog, and I'll Ice Spirit for this Spear Goblin, I guess. I don't know, like, it's not going to die, but might as well just buy my Expo some more time. But as you can see, we literally already won, and Phoenix is just putting in work on defense. Like I was saying, it's a melee attacker. It only attacks single troops, but it still destroyed an entire swarm of bats by itself. So this card is ridiculous. I'm actually going to Expo at the bridge because I'm that confident in Phoenix's ability to defend, even if I do, and he actually messed up the Goblin Gang placement, which is kind of funny, but yeah, even if I do like Expo into a Mega Knight, Phoenix is going to put in so much work. It one-shots the mirrored goblins. I'm going to Fireball, even though I might not need to, because Phoenix's ability, when it dies, it does explode into the egg, and the explosion actually has knockback as well. So it's actually just a super strong card, and I'm already back to another Phoenix right now. Just going to log the goblins on the right, and looks like it's just going to be kind of a Mega Knight Hog deck for the first match, so I don't know, like, I'm used to talking about, mid-ladder, unconventional type decks. Let's see if Phoenix beats all of those bats. Oh my god, it literally just beat 5 bats when it was so low on HP. That is just insane. And you can see how quickly these Phoenixes DPS down the Mega Knight. So yeah, like, it's such a crazy card. I think it's too strong, but yeah, like I was saying about mid-ladder decks, I usually talk about, mid-ladder type decks and weird decks that aren't really meta, and I guess at these lower leagues in the Path of Legends, you are still going to see those decks. I actually forgot the requirement to enter the Path of Legends. I think it was something to do with king levels. I don't know. I just knew that my king levels would both be maxed after the update, so I would have access to it, but I'm honestly not entirely sure what the requirement was to enter. Let me know if you guys know, actually. But yeah, interesting hog mirror deck. Actually, pretty good thing that we didn't have arrows in that match, because or archers rather, because arrows would have done a great job against them. But let's keep it going. Doing pretty well with Phoenix so far. Found the next game against Thomas's Pro. I think I'll play maybe 3 or so with Phoenix by itself, and then play Monk for the final few games. I think that should be good. We do see Skeletons, so maybe another cycle deck. And not entirely sure if it's better to cycle Phoenix in the back or the left. He does just rocket me for no reason, so I'm just going to Expo at the bridge. Like, there's no reason not to. And he does Dark Prince. Kind of messed it up because it did jump. And I'm just going to log the Dark Prince back because I want to get a connection. And I think it's going to be the Baby Nate Minor Control Rocket deck. But he pretty much already lost because he rocketed first play. That is not something you do ever, literally ever. And he does go for the delivery, so as you can see, the egg does get taken out if there is something else helping out against it as well. But he actually is under-leveled. Wow, he has level 10 stuff. This league is capped to level 11, if you guys didn't realize already. You probably did, but I think they're level 11 for quite a while, and then they go down to, or they go up like progressively, like level 12 next, level 13 later, and finally level 14. I'm just going to Expo opposite, and he's probably going to I-tower. Okay, he has Tesla. I'm just going to let this go, I guess. Why not? And I guess he put in the Tesla. I know Nate loves the Inferno a lot more, because Tesla is just a really weak card right now in general, but... Alright, I might try and bait out a rocket actually by going Phoenix on his miner. I feel like he's going to want to rocket it, just based on his tendency to rocket my first, or his first rocket. Like, he didn't even rocket anything. I'm going to Phoenix the back though. Let's see. And yeah, I literally knew it. And this is the worst part, guys, by the way. Look at that. Okay, he does miner the egg, which is well played, because if he didn't do that... Actually, the Ice Spirit freeze is going to keep... Oh my god, it kept the egg alive against the miner to the point where it respawned. And so, killing the Phoenix on your opponent's side doesn't actually do anything because it literally spawns back. Like, if you rocket it, sure, you get rocket value, but it literally spawns back. And Ice Spirit actually put in quite a lot of work there against the miner, keeping my Phoenix egg alive just enough to respawn. And he's overcommitting a lot on this Expo when his tower's already gone, so I'm just going to go in on the right and keep the pressure up. And he does rocket me, but once again, look at this. Phoenix is literally going to respawn and continue to wreak havoc. I'm going to actually go for another... This is actually quite a bad idea, I just realized, because he has delivery in this deck, but it's fun, so why not? I'm literally just spamming Phoenixes at this point, but you can see how OP this card is, right? Like, I don't think I'm being too critical when I say I think it needs an emergency nerf. Like, pretty much every single pro has been talking about it. I've been talking about it a bit in some group chats, and yeah, literally everyone thinks that it needs one. I don't know about the Monk. I think the Monk does also need an emergency nerf. But that's just me. I could be maybe being a bit too biased in that decision, because I know a lot of people like, you know, champions. The biggest or most common argument that I see, I'm going to give the good game, is that champions are a new rarity, so they should be overpowered. And, like, I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, like I said, I'm passionate about balance and just playing a fair game, so I don't really enjoy it when it's, like, just straight up unfair, you know? But yeah, I guess we'll play one more with Xbow Phoenix. So far, it's been a lot of fun, and found our next match against Hefe. And so I was also thinking, like, what am I going to talk about for ladder videos now? Because usually I always did it based on trophies and ranks. You know, I would go to the top 10k, top 10k was like a long time ago, but I would usually just be top 1000, sometimes top 500 or top 200, and those would be my ladder push videos. But now... like, there aren't ranks anymore, so I guess I'm going to have to call them, like, leagues or something, but I don't know. I'm going to fireball this wizard off, because Phoenix should take it out with its attack, and then it might respawn. I think it's close enough to the point where it won't. Yeah, unfortunately it does, but he does Mega Knight. I guess he thought it was going to respawn, so, yeah. Interesting there. Just going to drop a Knight for the Mega Knight. It'll actually get fully countered. Another thing I wanted to talk about, Knight did get its 3% HP buff with the update, which is really nice, because that's going to be really cool for us Expo players. At least we got some kind of love to our deck. Going to Expo, because I do have a Knight. It looks like it was maybe not the best, because he does just get a mini P.E.K.K.A down, but I'm going to go for Phoenix, and I think Phoenix one-shots minions, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does, and it's destroying everything there. So as you can see, we already get another connection, and he literally gives a good game and gives up. So this is how overpowered Phoenix is. If I had archers, this might have actually still happened, to be honest, but that first Mega Knight getting baited out would not have happened, because he wouldn't have thought... I'm pretty sure he thought the Phoenix was coming back, so he played the Mega Knight, like, to make sure the egg got taken out. And it's just such a dumb card. Like, look at that. It's really just overpowered. Like, I don't know. I titled the other video Expo plus Meditative Monk. I'm probably gonna just title this one like Phoenix absolutely broke Clash Royale or something, because it genuinely did, and it still is right now. I also went on Ash's channel, Clash with Ash, if you guys still watch him. I really like him as a person, but it was really nice. I just got to talk about my Monkbow 12-win GC and replays, and also just talk about my opinions on the new cards. And we also ended up talking about Phoenix as well, because it came up. You know, everyone's playing it in GCs. And so, yeah, like, this update literally has been broken by Phoenix. So yeah, that's going to put me at 9 steps, I guess. I don't know, like, it's really weird to not be able to say trophies or like ranks. Like, I really wish they would bring ranks back, like top 10k. Like, this just looks bad, like Path of Legends Challenger 1, like, and there's no rank at all. I don't know why they did that. I don't like it personally, but anyways, looks like we are going to be 2 steps away. I don't know if this means I'm at 9 or 10. I think it means I'm at or 9 or 8. I think it means I'm at 9. So I think one more. Okay, I don't know if it's one more for Challenger 2 or 2 more. Anyways, though, I'm going to play a few more with the Monk, because these games have been so fast. Like, you guys can see how overpowered this is. I know I'm also kind of at a lower-ish ladder trophy range, I guess, because everyone is just starting out in Path of Legends. But, I mean, everyone has to start somewhere, so, yeah, just going to be playing with the Monk now. I already talked about the Monk in my other video, but basically I learned not only is its ability super overpowered at deflecting projectiles, but it takes 80% damage reduction, as you can see. So it only takes 20% damage, I'm pretty sure, if that math is right. I might be wrong, because I don't know, I haven't done stuff like that in a while, but basically it takes a lot less damage, like to the point where raging E-barbs on it don't even do that much. Like, it's unfazed, so it's ridiculous. And so another huge application of its ability is just for stalling out against stuff like just being a tank and being really annoying. So that is another application, and I feel like it's just too versatile. It has too many ways to use the ability for only one elixir as well. It's so cheap. It has so much HP. It has such good defensive capabilities as well, with the combo attack dealing a ton of damage and knockback. It's so good against tanks like RG, Golem. So pretty much, guys, if you want to make a good deck in the meta right now, play with Phoenix and Monk in your deck somehow, and I guarantee you it'll be so much better. By the way, for people asking, some people asked how I got the Monk so early. I pretty much saved my past Royale tier 30 chest, the Royal Wild chest, because it has a guaranteed champion, and then since the trophy reset put me at 6.6k, that's already the arena that Monk is unlocked in, so I just opened my chest and I got a guaranteed Monk. So that's pretty much how I got him. But anyways, enough about that. We're going to be playing with 3.0 Xbow, but with these two new cards being included, going to be absolutely ridiculous, so I'm looking forward to it. I've already played a little bit with this version, and it is so fun. So, like, I mean, a lot of people say, you know, I'm salty. I saw some comments on Ash's video, and people were saying, like, a lot of these quote-unquote pros are too salty, or, you know, just complain too much, and, like, I'm not saying that it's gonna, like, be super bad for me. Like, if this is what the meta's gonna be, I'm just gonna be forced to play these cards, and I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm just saying it for the sake of balance. Like, if they refuse to balance it, which I would be kind of upset by, but if they do, then I'll just play them myself. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. I just wish they would. Anyway, I'm gonna pop the ability right here. As you can see, it doesn't reflect an Inferno Dragon Beam, so that is a good counter, but it does get me tower damage because it's ridiculous like that. So just going to go Skeletons to distract the Inferno Dragon for a little bit, and then Ice Spirit to reset its beam as well, because I would like my Phoenix to stay alive. And then I'm going to Fireball this Furnace off as well, and hopefully the Fire Spirit kills the Phoenix. Okay, nice. He does be forced to play a Wizard right there, and I can just Monk on it again. So looking like another unconventional type deck. I have no idea what his win condition is, but I don't even have to think too much with these cards, I feel like I'm pretty much just playing them down. And okay, that was, I guess, kind of a wasted ability, but it should be fine. Just gonna Skeletons, and Phoenix is just putting in so much work on defense. I feel like you basically just want to cycle a lot of Phoenixes because it's such a good card in almost every situation. It's flying, so it doesn't even get attacked by a lot of troops in the game, any ground troops, and also it's so good on defense again, so yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna log a Furnace, and then hopefully I clip the Fire Spirit. Okay, nice. Then I'm just gonna Fireball, and that should take it out. I'm gonna Tesla for this Hog, and I guess I have to Skeletons because that Fire Spirit would jump onto the Tesla and take it out. I think I do also have to Ice Spirit, so I did overcommit quite a lot there, but I wanted to get the spell value on tower because it's just free tower damage, and it looks like his win con is just Hog. So it's not really going to be a big deal. I actually should have played Monk at the bridge right there, because Monk destroys Wizard, if you guys didn't know. Basically, it reflects any projectiles, and I'll show you right now. I'm going to pop the ability, and it's going to reflect the Wizard's, like, Fireball back at it. As you can see, the Wizard literally died. And the Inferno Dragon is going to melt it after the ability wears off, but before that, it's going to go crazy. So Fire Spirits are going to jump, unfortunately, but Xbow's going to lock on, and Phoenix is probably going to respawn. He does get the Wizard down, so it is going to get taken out, but this is pretty much going to be a lot of damage, and I'm already back to another Phoenix, so just playing Phoenix cycle at this point. Ice Spirit for the Hog to make sure it doesn't really connect that well, and then Phoenix Egg is going to come down, and as you can see, I'm already back to a third Phoenix in that one sequence, so especially with the champion 3-card cycle, the combination of Monk plus Phoenix is really strong. So again, just pretty much play this combo. Gonna pre-Tesla up here because if he goes for a Hog, I'd rather have it on the board. As you can see, he did go for the Hog. And then I'm gonna go for a Phoenix just to take the Hog out. I could go for a Monk as well. Actually not sure which one would have been better, but as you can see, Phoenix is so good that attack speed is so fast that it actually just took the Hog out completely. Gonna Fireball the Eye Drag, pretty much in Spell Cycle range at this point. And Phoenix killed the Inferno Dragon. Like, this is such a ridiculous card, man. And look at that, it respawned, because if it's far enough from the tower, it does respawn. It might actually get a hit there and just win. Oh my god, of course it did. Yeah, so I mean, Phoenix literally broke Clash Royale. I don't know what else to say. I'm having a lot of fun with this, but I would really like to see this balanced. Okay, so we're gonna get our 10th crown there, and it looks like, okay, you need another one to reach Challenger 2. Okay, nice. So basically, I was wondering if going from 9 to 10 meant you just automatically went, but looks like you need another step as well. So we are 1 win away from Challenger 2. So far, undefeated video, playing these absolutely ridiculous cards, and someone even gave up right after the first Phoenix just did work. So, and alright, I actually didn't look at this, but looks like they changed it to win, because obviously you guys know it used to say trophies in this spot before the update, so it looks like they just sacked that. And in challenges, of course, that's not there. And here, unfortunately, is the final remnants of the old ladder system in my battle log. I decided to just play 1 game for fun above 7k, and on my main I got to about 7.4k, which was like top 500 at the time. Obviously that didn't matter at all because they just reset the season, but yeah, that is the final glimpse of the old ladder system, unfortunately. Anyways, though, let's keep it going. We are doing pretty well right now. These cards are just ridiculous. Like, there's nothing else I can really say. Okay, Balloon, Valk, and Wizard are on his profile, so if he's playing those cards, would be pretty interesting. Phoenix does really well against balloons, actually. And I'm actually just going to Phoenix on the Baby Dragon. By the way, Monk has some really funny applications. Like, someone cycled a Sparky in the back, and I just went Monk at the bridge and deflected it onto the tower. It was really funny. Just going to Fireball the Wizard, and looks like it might actually be a deck, like is indicated on his profile. Unfortunately, Inferno Dragon is going to be a bit annoying with this Wizard, so I'm going to cycle Skeletons down low and then log to make sure the Wizard gets taken out, and that way my Skeletons can soak up the Inferno Dragon hits, because if I didn't do that, the Wizard would have just one-shot all my Skeletons, of course. So I just kind of cycled them low, and does go for the Balloon, so just going to Phoenix up, and Phoenix absolutely destroys Balloon, like I said. Does go for a Minion Horde, but Phoenix one-shots Minions as well, so as you can see, it knocks them all back. And unfortunately, the egg didn't respawn. I was hoping it would, which is why I went Xbow. But he should still be super low in Elixir after that exchange. Yeah, it does go E-Barbs. Going to go Skeletons first to stall. And then just Monk. And here you're going to see what I was talking about with the Monk's stalling ability. So I'm going to pop the ability right here. And you can see that the Monk is just soaking up damage, like, really well. So now he's back, and he should just 1v1 this E-Barb. Yeah, with that knockback. So Monk is really good. Like, you can use him to defend pretty much anything. Just with that ability, so it's crazy. And I'm actually already almost back. If I was able to get the ability back, that would have been really good. He does get a Valk down, though. Going to go Phoenix for the Wizard, and then try and kite this Valk a bit up to help my Phoenix take it out. And only going to be 2 Valk hits, not even 2, just 1, because Phoenix is so overpowered. I don't want to keep, like, beating a dead horse and saying the same thing over and over, but you guys know what I mean. Like, this card is insane. Anyways, though, might go for a Balloon push right here, and he does, so now I'm going to be using my Tesla. Actually, I think first time I use it in this match so far, because Phoenix just makes it so you don't even need to. I'm going to Expo. I know he has Horde in his deck, so I'm going to get ready with my Fireball in case he Hordes. And okay, he does go E-Barbs, actually, so I wasn't actually ready for that. Next time I will be, though. But now I can build up, like, a really big Monk Expo push, I feel like. So going to get a Phoenix down, just, you know, be annoying, of course. And it's going to... Look at how well it does against the Horde. It literally just 1v1 to Horde. And it's just such a good card, man. But just going to Ice Spirit for this Eye Drag after it locks on for a bit, because I don't want my Monk to die. And then I want to Expo, but I don't want the Balloon to target the Expo first. So I'm going to go Expo now, pop my Monk ability, and I'm already back to a Phoenix. So, as you can see, Monk is reflecting, and it reflected the Wizard... Oh, okay, it didn't reflect the Wizard's Fireball, unfortunately. But it would have. I'm just going to log the Wizard off to get a connection, and this should pretty much be game. I'm actually just going to fireball and try and hold this lock as long as possible because it's pretty close to game. I kind of overcommitted a lot there, so he's going to go all in right here pretty much, but Phoenix is so good. Like, Phoenix, Tesla, you're not breaking through. Fireball didn't hit either of them, and that is pretty much the final nail in the coffin. I'm actually... Okay, yeah, Phoenix is putting in work. I'm actually just going to Monk the bridge to win the game right here. If he doesn't block it, as you can see, it is guaranteed reflection onto the tower, and... Okay, never mind actually, because the Phoenix just respawned and took the targeting, but that is still basically game. I haven't actually thought about that much yet either, like the Monk at the bridge just being like a way to finish the game off by getting a guaranteed like 150 damage or so, but that's just such an underrated ability of his as well, because I forgot how much it gets. I think it was... I watched an OJ video, and he was talking about the Monk's interactions, and I think it was something like... Okay, great job, you reached a new league. From now on, each step will be made of stone or gold. So yeah, stone steps do break when you lose. Gold steps don't break. So they're like an anti-tilt mechanism. The first league had all gold steps, but now this one is gold, but then these ones are stone, I think. And gold ones are more scarce, like in the path. Dispersed more. So... yeah, I forgot what I was saying just before. Oh yeah, I was talking about the Monk at the bridge just as like win con kind of, deflecting tower damage. I forgot how much it does. I think it was something like 27... I forgot how much the Princess Towers do. Okay, at King level 14 they do 144, but I think he does reduce damage against like Princess Towers, and like a Sparky Shot on a Princess Tower is reduced as well, I think. So... he does do reduced damage, but I think it's still at least like 100 damage or something at tourney standard. So what I was saying was like that's just such a nice application, because after a Monk is counter pushing, for example, and it's just going up at the bridge, just for one more elixir you can just get a guaranteed 100 damage, and like that is definitely worth the one elixir, because like for example an Ice Spirit gets 110 damage at the bridge, so it's literally like you play an Ice Spirit at the bridge and they let it go, but they have no choice, like they have to take this damage. So Monk is just, I feel, way too versatile and ridiculous. Every single win we've had so far has just been in 3 minutes or less, because like these games aren't going to overtime, even though I'm playing Xbow, which is normally an overtime deck, because of these new cards single-handedly. But anyways, I think I'll play a couple more just because these games have been very short. I'll try for 2 more wins just for fun, you know. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the video. You know, Monk is ridiculous, and again, if you guys... Phoenix is ridiculous as well, and if you guys have been struggling a bit or would like to find a good deck to try out, just try Phoenix and Monk in the same deck. We do see E-Spirit plus Gang, so it could be log bait. Would be very interesting to try and get my Monk deflection against log bait. Gonna Xbow right here as he goes for a barrel. And he actually already lost. Basically, if he rocketed there, he would have lost anyways. And it's so dumb to say that, but it's true. I should have Monked, actually. I'm going to Monk anyways to push this Valk back and maintain this lock. Going to pop the ability to deflect the damage back to the spears. Take the spears out. And I think I don't want to log the princess, because I want log for the barrel. So I'm just going to Tesla. And as you can see, we won against log bait in 45 seconds. Because of the Phoenix. So basically, if my opponent rocketed there, right, which is the most basic response against an Xbow, I think he could have clipped the Phoenix, but then the Phoenix would have respawned, and he would have had to commit even more. So I think he just wanted to avoid that entirely. So yeah, I was looking away when he threw that barrel, but it's fine. I'm just going to log in time, and I really want to try and get a Monk deflection off on his barrel or rocket if I can this game, because that would just be really funny. Just going to Ice Spirit to pressure, though, fireball the princess off, of course, and then get a Monk down for this gang, and that's basically tower down for him, unless he plays a Valk at the bridge, because if I use my Monk's ability on his side, it's going to deflect tower damage. So let's see if he does block it at the bridge. He does not, so I'm going to pop the ability right now, and that is going to be tower down, sir. So yeah, unbelievable. As you see, though, Monk does have a fairly long activation window. I believe it's 1 second to activate the ability, as well as 1 second for the ability to actually start. I saw that in the OJ video as well. Whereas, for example, an Archer Queen is like a 1 second activation and a 0.25 second ability activation. So like you press the button to pop the ability, it takes 1 second, but then the ability actually gets active after an extra 0.25 seconds. But for a Monk, it takes quite a while. I'm just going to pop my Monk ability, why not, just to kill the princess. Or I think I popped it too late, but it'll do okay against the princess, I guess. And I'm just gonna Skeletons Ice Spirit this Barrel. And Barrel, it was actually one of the cards that was nerfed, interestingly enough, because they did buff Goblins, so there are now 4 Goblins. But Goblin Barrel and Goblin Drill and Goblin Gang were all nerfed because they did nerf the individual Goblins. Just gonna log this Gang, I guess, because there's no way he can really afford to go in when I have all these Phoenixes on the board. As you can see, Phoenix respawn. I might actually take his second tower. Just gonna Fireball the Princess off and just try and get the Phoenix to take tower, and that's gonna be good game. So, ridiculous stuff. Sadly, didn't really get a great Monk deflection in this game. Phoenix has kind of been the star of the show, which is really funny, but yeah, anyways, it's been ridiculous, but we're now in the second league, so players should be getting a little bit better. I mean, it is guaranteed to get up here because you have all gold steps, but still, you know, some people might struggle to win. And that was an actual meta deck with Logbait, so... And that felt so much different than Xbow against Logbait. Like, trust me, I've spent a lot of time learning that matchup and analyzing it, and that was just trivialized because of Phoenix and Monk. Like, it doesn't feel the same at all. So these cards just completely changed the game. We do see a Witch right here in the final match. Going to play one more. So just going to Fireball it off. Mother Witch is going to be annoying, actually. Going to have to log it off. And then Ice Spirit to freeze it. And hopefully I don't take too much damage. I did get more damage than him, thanks to my Fireball plus log, but we do see a double Witch so far, which is kind of weird. I actually have a funny interaction I might be able to show, because Monk deflecting a Mother Witch turns herself into a pig, which is kind of funny. Anyway, I should have reacted to that with Skeletons, but since I didn't, I'm just going to Xbow instead, and let's see what my opponent has for this Xbow Phoenix push. Does go Mega Knight. Monk should push the Mega Knight back, actually. Maybe. Yeah, he does, but it's still going to be on the Xbow, unfortunately. But here the Phoenix is going to be tanking, and then the Monk will be tanking afterwards, which is going to be pretty bad for my opponent right here, because the egg's going to respawn, and you all know what happens when that happens. Yep. And Phoenix is directly on the tower. So Monk plus Phoenix there on offense, absolutely devouring my opponent's tower, and just basically tower down. Pretty much just going to log. I don't think he had anything that I needed to save my log for, except for the Witch, but I can easily get back to another one. And I guess I'm just going to Tesla, because I don't want to commit my Phoenix to either side. And yeah, it looks like he is really, really surprised at how this has been going. But I mean, this is the reality of the game right now. Like, these are the new cards. I'm not going to complain too much. You know, I already stated my opinions. I think they need emergency nerfs, but like I said, I will just play them myself until that happens. Like, if they're going to be keeping them at this broken state for so long, I'm just going to play them, because what else do I do? Like, there's no other counterplay to them. Like, Monk hard counters Xbow, right? So the only counterplay to that is a Monk yourself. Anyway, here we go. Gonna pop my Monk ability, and as you can see, Mother Wish projectile deflected back towards her, and she is going to be turned into a Cursed Hog. That is absolutely hilarious. He fully counters a Mother Witch and turns her into what she turns other troops into, so that is just insane. Gonna Fireball this Witch, and actually Egg messed up my Fireball timing. Wow, so the one time the Egg kind of hurt me, but it's still fine, because there's no way much is going to be happening in 35 seconds against a deck with this kind of defense. Just gonna Phoenix in the back. I was feeling like defensive Xbowing, but honestly, I don't even need to with defense this good with Monk and Phoenixes. And with the Monk down, you can cycle multiple Phoenixes. Like, I have a Phoenix right here. I'm gonna Fireball the Mother Witch as well. And then Skeletons plus Ice Spirit, and... Okay, Monk unfortunately died. I was going to say there would be a third Phoenix there. Would have been pretty funny to get multiple Phoenixes down, but that is actually one of the other strategies. We actually did get 3 Phoenixes down, so... yeah, there we go. But one of the other strategies is actually playing Monk Phoenix Mirror Cycle, and that is like what I saw everywhere in the Grand Challenge that I played when I got 12 wins. I lost twice to Minor Phoenix Monk with Mirror. So yeah, like that strategy is everywhere, because you mirror the Phoenix up, you get multiple of them, and then they each respawn into their own eggs. You know, they tank for each other while the other egg is coming out. It's just insanity, and works out really well. I also forgot to collect my level up chest. I actually forgot this was part of the update. But these chests seem pretty, like, scarce, like, in terms of what they give. They don't give you too much. The 25 gems is definitely nice, but otherwise there isn't too much that you get, so... Oh, I do get a legendary here. Hopefully it's a Phoenix. That would be pretty nice. And unfortunately it is not, but that's still fine. But yeah, I guess I'll open the rest of them off the video. But yeah, that is going to be it, guys, for the video, I guess. Taking a look at Phoenix in Xbow. First, I wanted to do it with just Phoenix first, which is why I did that at the start. Just because I feel like Monk is so good, and I just wanted to individually spotlight Phoenix, because Phoenix is even more OP. But obviously when you use them both together, that's when their true synergy shines, because they're both unbelievable. And as you can see, just wins after wins, like undefeated video. I know we are not that high on the ladder yet, but still, you could see the raw strength of Phoenix, right? So it's just been insane, and I hope something is done to address this, but we'll see. Like I said, if they don't address it, I'll just be playing stuff like this, I guess, in the meantime. Kind of sucks, because if, like, Classic Challenges and Grand Challenges are flooded with Monk Mirror Phoenix decks, then I probably can't continue my Grand Challenge and Classic Challenge series just as yet, because I wanted to do my, my Road to 112-win GCs, because I'm already at 96 now, I think, after that 12-win with Phoenix. So I actually only have with Monk, rather, with Monk Bow. So I only have 4 wins to go, so 4 episodes. And I don't really want to do it with this broken, like, setup. I'd rather do it with just Classic 3.0 Expo Cycle. But if these 2 cards are in every single deck, which they are, it's impossible for Expo without them. Like, you need these cards in your deck as well. So it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Classic challenges, I might still try and do a full Classic challenge. If I don't go against that every single time, I'll be okay, but I feel like I might, so that's why I'm a bit scared of it. But we'll have to see. But anyways, we'll have to see how the meta shapes up. For now, it just looks like these 2 cards are going to be everywhere. So I really hope we see an emergency nerf, but we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm going to be playing them until that happens, I guess. But yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed the video. I'm so glad, again, that you enjoyed the other one so much. If you guys are new to my channel from the other video, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the content and will continue to. Again, just absolutely insane, the support I received on that. I think it was because I was the first one, but it was still really nice, so thank you all again. But yeah, also let me know if you enjoyed the Path of Legends, I think it's called, right? Yeah, Path of Legends. If you enjoyed the Path of Legends content, because this is probably going to be the main form of ladder content that I make, and I guess I'll probably have to call it like Master 1 push with 3.0 Expo Cycle, or something silly like that, because there are no trophies or ranks anymore. I do hope they add ranks back. I think that's one change that would be really good. Like, at least still keep people to be able to see if they're top 10k in the world or not, because there's no point, like, if it's just Ultimate Champion and, like, top 1k. I don't really... I guess what they're going for is that Hall of Fame will be up to top 10k, but it's still, I don't know, I don't really like it, I guess. It looks like these are all stone steps. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's going to be kind of crazy if you need 9 wins in a row. That's going to be pretty tough. Or, I don't know, I guess. There are probably some gold ones. Hard to say. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this look into Phoenix in Expo and just Monk Phoenix in general. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you'd like any other content on the update. I'm probably just going to do more Path of Legends content for now. But if you have any other ideas, like, with Expo and these types of decks, let me know. I'll probably still be playing this deck for the near future. But obviously, 3.0 Expo Cycle is always going to be my favorite deck, because it's just the deck that I played for the longest time, and it was 2.9 before this. So I do hope that we can see this being viable again, because Phoenix and Monk both absolutely destroy this deck right now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video. Hope you guys are all doing well, and today I'm coming back at you with some more new update content. We are going to be checking out Xbow Cycle. Okay, what? Maintenance break. Yikes.